morning, good morning. Happy New Year's Eve. No, Happy New Year's 2019. January 1st, 2019. And I'm going to Paris with a friend in my imagination. My friend Kurtie, who currently lives in a separate hemisphere, and I are going to virtually go to Paris together in our journals. Hello, why not? So, what am I doing? I have pictures I want to print, but I have moved rooms, so I cannot find anything. The only thing I have located after like 3 days, the only thing I haven't located is the paper tray to my Canon selfie. I could print my pictures on my print, but the Canon selfie admittedly has a better quality. So I ordered another tray because I have searched high and low. I can't find it. I'm just going to get another tray. Don't worry, I still can't find the iron, so I can't iron any fabric or my husband's clothing. So luckily, he takes his shirts to the dry cleaners, and I don't have to iron them, and I can work around the iron on quilting. So, order a paper tray. Now, do you see this? This is a journal, a junk journal that I actually stapled 2 inserts into it. Stapling is not the right way to do this. Hopefully I'm in focus here. I mean in shot, because I kind of have a couple new things going on here. But, and I don't plan ahead on my videos. I'm very spontaneous and let the product, let the page, let the environment, let the products, let my mood do the talking. I don't say, okay, and in this corner, I'm going to put a 2x2 piece of green piece of paper. It's very evident that I don't do that. And I like all kinds of things. My journals, my traveler's notebooks are usually mixed media because I'm all over the place, so why shouldn't my art be all over the place? And I use the term art very loosely. But for whatever reason, in my head, over December Daily, I saw lots and lots of cute junk journals. Mainly My Life Mitts. I really like how hers turned out. It spoke to me. I don't know her. She doesn't know me. We don't know each other from Adam, except that I stalk her. She doesn't know that. Don't tell her. But I admire her stuff a lot. But I was like, okay. And in the meantime, I guess I should just go ahead and sit down. I have been doing a ton of rearranging and a ton of cleaning in my craft room. In this den of many things in here. And I have found way too many. I have gone through every single magazine I have ever owned, taken what I wanted to use out of it, what speaks to me at the moment, and throw the rest of the magazine away. I cannot possibly use all of the pieces of paper that I have saved for just the right moment in my lifetime, or 3 of my lifetimes. So, I made a couple junk journals before Christmas. And I was like, I'm going to practice my Paris in here and just kind of go with it and see what happens. Yesterday, I practiced like our flight. This is not going to be the journal I'm working in. I'm kind of making 2. One for the real deal and one to play in, just to practice some new techniques. Bella got in here, my granddaughter got in here, Kurtie, and messed with the page. So I let that be her goodbye art from her to me. But in saying all that, this is a setup day because I can't find my paper tray. I could do other things today, but I just now found the battery charger for my camera, so I'm going with it. I have a collection of things I want to use. I found my Tim Holtz Cityscapes. There's Paris stamps. I have this little box divided by landmarks, by churches, by Eiffel Tower. Oh, 2 churches. Churches must be important. One of these needs to be museums. Okay. Food, like macaroons, and crepes. Transportation, like a bicycle or the metro. people that we see on the streets, words that I want to use, and some miscellaneous tiny bits. So that's what I want to use in here. I just pulled out 2 things of washi tape. Trust me, I have more than 2 French washi tapes. Trust me. I have 3 solid drawers full of washi tape. I have stickers that I have not actually pulled out the exact ones I want to use. I have postcards. I have ephemera that I have made. I have ephemera that I have collected out of a couple magazines. I ordered on Etsy and Amazon used books. 2 or 3 French magazines, old ones, using some images out of there. This is from a Flow magazine. This is our hotel room. I'm sure we would stay in a room just like this with a purple velvet couch, right, Curtie? With a garden view that looks like this, right? So that's what I'm going with. Just that kind of stuff. It's fantasy. I'm calling it my Paris Daydreams. And that is kind of to keep me on track because I can get lost very easily. But in doing all this, I made another junk journal with some more paper. And I have enough junk journal paraphernalia. This is just a rubber band. At the time this paper was speaking to me, I did this right before Christmas. Now I'm not so sure I like it. It's Little Red Riding Hood, and I'm not sure what that has to do with Paris, but... And these are not correct by any means. I did manage to sew them, loosely sew them into some kind of like drop cloth paper fabric that you would use for painters. Collected a bunch of different pieces of paper, and then I covered it up with a FedEx envelope left over and covered it with paper. It is very loosely a journal, not a real journalist would call this a journal, but it's working for me. And again, this is what's speaking to me, so this is what I'm going to use. So, like this right here is just, you know, a granddaughter gone wild. And there's all kinds of Kelly Perkies in here, chat books, envelopes, paper that I've made. There's tuck spots, there's deli paper, there's envelopes from Christmas cards, there's Bed Bath & Beyond paraphernalia, junk mail. I don't even know what that's for. A Dale Chihuly brochure from the Biltmore. Some old watercolor that I played with and I just said I don't like it, but I'm going to use it and stick it in here. An envelope from Glacier National Park because I'm sure that's what I need, and a cow sticker, which I now see some of this is in here upside down. Some things from Curtie already. Maybe this is the front. Maybe these are on backwards. Maybe that's a sign that I shouldn't use this as my cover. Okay. I kind of really like these two. But, okay, so on January 2nd, I'm going to start. I'm setting it up today. And I'm going to start with our flight. I really should start with a conversation about our friendship because we've never met in person, but we talk almost every day over the intranets, the intrawebs. And 2019 has got to be better than 2018. 2018 stunk. I have never ever been able to say a year actually stunk. But last year stunk. Because both of my parents were gravely ill, on the verge of death several times. I'm not being dramatic. I'm not asking for sympathy. That's just the facts, Jack. And my mother, we are afraid to even talk about it because she has made a so far remarkable, miraculous recovery that no one can explain. We were told in June she would not make it till Christmas. Right before Christmas, we were told the cancer is gone. She has stage 4 lymphoma. You really can't get rid of that easily, especially in a 79-year-old woman. We don't know what happened, and the doctor doesn't know what happened. All we know is it's not there currently. We're going with that. My dad is gravely ill. I think he kind of gave up once we figured out what was wrong with my mom, and between his COPD, diabetes, kidney issues from diabetes medicine over the years. He's in really bad shape. And he really gave up. He was in the hospital twice last year, seriously, for a very long time, 2 weeks at a time. And it was just a horrible year. So this year, I'm starting out with a new outlook on life, literally. And my husband and I already have 2 trips planned. My family, we stopped everything for my parents. That's what they did to raise us. That's what we were willing to do. My sister out in California flew back and forth 3 times. She's actually coming again next week. My husband and I went 2 times to Asheville, which is about 2 hours from here, overnight, one night. That's the only traveling we did last year. I did go to Missouri Star Quilts in February of last year, at the very beginning of February, and that's when all of this started. I rushed home. I drove from South Carolina. I rushed home to meet my dad in the hospital. At that point, we thought we were losing him. So I have a grateful attitude and a grateful outlook on life this year. It's got to be better than last year. I'm not so sure of the prognosis for my dad. We're cautiously optimistic for my mom. And my husband and I have decided, along with my parents, that if I'm not here when one of them might die, they already know I love them. I don't love them any less if I am in Ireland or Missouri or Timbuktu. They know that I love to travel. They know that I have taught my husband to love to travel, and they taught us how to travel, and they're okay with it. So, before I get teary-eyed, we are going to Ireland in July with the same group of people that we went down the Danube with 2 years ago, when we went to Prague, Vienna, and what's that B word? Budapest? Yeah, Budapest. Highly recommend that trip. Unbelievable trip. Budapest, love Budapest. Anyhow, I am a traveler. I am a gypsy. I will go anywhere. In fact, I'm going back to Missouri for my quilt retreat in the first week of March. The one that I went to last year, for some reason, is not offered. I don't know if it's full or whatever. I just made my reservations the other night. I'm driving again because I'm going to do a little side trip. So we're going. I don't know who's going to take care of my dog. Hopefully my sister that lives here can. He's not in great health either. He is almost 15. My parents are no longer able to take care of him. But I don't have to worry about it until July, hopefully. So with that, I'm going to try a junk journal that I made in Paris on my Pais Daydreams with my friend Kurtie. I finished my Hobonichi. This is a composition notebook that I turned into a Hobonichi last year in... When did I start this? This one started in July. I had another one. This was from July forwards. This was the last 6 months. I absolutely love this. Love this. Love this. So much that I got the real deal. And it is right here. I already made a cover for it. It's just temporarily on the outside edges. But I have played with it a little bit. I added some color to the first few pages are like a monthly, see, Pais Daydreams, a monthly spread for 2018 and 2019 and 2020, or 2019 and 2020. I'm not going to use those. Mainly because in my Hobonichi, I used a spread on 2 pages for the whole week. And I liked that. Most of the time I had enough room. A couple pages in between I just did whatever. These are boxes from washi tape. Christmas paraphernalia that I had left over. And I usually had enough room. Me practicing drawing hermit crabs. Because, you know, you've got to do that kind of stuff. This will give me a page a day. Yeah, I will have a page a day. See? January 2nd, Kurtie and I are playing in Paris together in our journals. So that's just what I used as stamp. I also have to take my dad to the doctor on that day, so da-da-da-da-da. But I have a Hobonichi. I have the real deal. And I did play, so all these blank pages I just filled up with, not filled them up, I used some of them. Just added some color, just because this kind of stuff makes me smile, and I'm about smiling this year. I took a lot of scrapbook paper that I don't like. This is a favorite quilt. Here's another favorite quilt. Scrapbook paper that I don't like. I painted over it. Bella left me some stuff she played with. My Jane Davenport marker. She loves those things. She did this for me. So, I'm playing with Paris. I'm playing with a real Hobonichi, like a big girl. I'm so excited. I have organized myself. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm just rambling. This is not what I was going to do, but I can't find my paper tray. I have organized literally bins and bins of magazines into a fashion like Shannon Green did, in folders with pocket protectors that have little pockets and pocket protectors that have big pockets. This is the one for my maps. This is loose paper of maps that I've collected from rest areas, from magazines, from friends. Kurtie, that might look familiar, that I've made. I also have atlases. I am a map freak. This is maps. I have one for small focal points. I have one for large focal points. I have one for art. I have one for color. I have, which to me are two different topics. I have like 8 or 9 of these. These files sit in my filing cabinet. 2 large bins of magazines got condensed into about 8 of these kind of folders. I have one more bin to go. I realize, hold me to this, Kurtie, I cannot keep every little piece of paper that's this big. I really can't. I shake at times when I think, oh my God, I just threw away a piece of paper. What if I wanted to use that for something? I do have an overabundance of paper towels with pretty colors on them that, could be used for something. In fact, I have one in here that's purple that, in case we come across a field of lavender, in Paris. You never know. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to start tomorrow because my mind is scattered. We just have been replacing floors in the last 2 days. Yes, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. In my granddaughter's bedroom that she uses, which is in the room next door here. If you knew anything about me, we replaced the floor in this room in October of last year, of 2017. Because of mold, they assured us it had not spread anywhere else in this house. I'm on a very deep hill, and water runs under our house, and in the last year and a half we have discovered a mold problem, but they assured us it was only in this room. Of course, they lied to us. We have found out in the last week it was in the next bedroom too. That is all gone. We have a mold company coming in. They're washing underneath our house. I don't know how you do that with chemicals, safe chemicals for the dog and for us, because last year I got sick. This year I have not gotten sick when they released all the more mold spores into the house. Basically, we used somebody that knew what they were doing and that this is their business, instead of trying to use a contractor that was recommended to us that didn't know how to handle mold. You live and you learn, and you pay for it. Trust me. But anyhow, so there's been a lot of banging. Today, the hardwood floors got put back down on top of the subflooring that was put in Friday. We have baseboards and the little quarter round to go around still, and some touch-up paint. And then her room is done. Then we can move her bedroom that is right now in our little room that we use for our TV room and part of our bedroom. We can move all her stuff back into her bedroom. Then I can kind of calm down My dad has a really big doctor's appointment on Wednesday that's going to determine a couple of things, including maybe oxygen more than just at night all day. So I got to get my mind free, but I'm starting on the 2nd, not the 1st. Today was set up without the pictures and a little bit of organization, well, how much organization I do, and what I'm going to use. And I am making 2 because I'm just going to play in this one. It will not be like a role model for what's going to happen next. I have jotted down some ideas of things where we can go. But we have both in real life been to Paris before, so we kind of have our bearings straight, sort of. And we both love that city, and now we're going to do it together. So, buckle up, Curtie. Don't drink too much champagne in first class. FYI, I'm very much of a lightweight. I really don't drink 1 glass of champagne and I'll be giggling all the way to Paris. But that's okay. We'll have fun. So, I'm off to the races, Curtie. I hope you're ready. I hope your work schedule has lightened up. Happy New Year, Curtie. I can't wait. Can't wait. The first thing we're going to do is have a macaroon and a chocolate crepe. And, ooh, creme brulee. Ooh, yeah. And duck. Okay? Okay. See you tomorrow. I hope you don't snore.